Well, we're back with you on 9/11, a very solemn day for many Americans as we pause to take a moment to reflect on the tragedy of 9/11, 17 years ago today. We turn our attention to Rich Nelson of Allendale Incorporated as we look at today's market expectations here. Grain markets were pretty flat overnight. We can take a quick look here, Rich. The corn didn't do much of anything. Let's take a look here at the futures trade. At last check, December corn just flat, nothing going on, 367 and a quarter. Now in the soybean trade, a little bit of softness here this morning in the Globex market. We have November down 2 3/4 at 842 and a half. In the wheat trade, you currently have Chicago showing the last trade 7 lower on December at 521 and a quarter. Kansas City was lower as well on that December, down 6 at 524 and 3/4. Minneapolis wheat had December trading 5 and a half lower at 574 and a half. Wanted to ask you, for one thing, USDA did not release their crop progress and condition reports yesterday because of technical problems. They will come out at noon today instead. Is that going to cause a ripple in the market or not today?
You know, like maybe for today's discussion, probably not going to get the trade too excited. Of course, we got maybe some heavy rains in this past weekend, but with our stretch of dry weather up ahead, I don't think the market's going to get too concerned just yet about the harvest numbers so early in the season, but certainly something we'll have to watch very closely this morning.
Looks like we had one overnight sale of corn. It would have been to South Korea this time around, and it would have been 138,000 tons of corn. It was for the 2018 and 2019 marketing years, so I wanted to point that out. That should be a supportive factor here to the corn. Let's take a look also at the fact that we have this hurricane moving in. And as Tim Ross just mentioned, it could be drawing a bead right on that port of Wilmington. There's a lot of ag imports and exports that go through that port, and there's huge pork and poultry production in that part of the country. How much of a ripple could that cause in supply and demand in that part of the country there?
You know, it will be a pretty big issue. This is not an issue just with the hogs at the farms or the chickens at the farms. The issue is also transportation of the animals to those plants, transportation back as far as processed product, and then, of course, operations at the plants. And, in fact, I can't speak for any companies on this program right now, but we do have word that one of the significant hog companies in that area is planning no kills from Friday through Saturday. So this might actually be a bit larger cutback than we expected to see this week here.
Yeah, the question remains if it'll make the price go up or down as a result. All right, Rich, thanks very much. Appreciate it. We'll check in with you guys later. Rich Nelson is with Allendale Incorporated. We'll be back in a moment, and we'll take a closer look at our livestock trade next.